Hey guys, John T. Hickman here. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I want to speak about simplifying the process, encouraging you to get to some sort of tool to acknowledge and allow emotions immediately. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen me go through different lists and I bring out a whiteboard and I tell you the 3 reasons why this and the 5 reasons why that. And it may feel as if, therefore, that the whole process is very complicated and very complex and how do I even start? This video, the intention of this video, is to just simplify it for you. To tell you really the only thing you need to start to do immediately is to have some sort of practice to acknowledge and allow how you're feeling. Doing so will teach the mind and body, the nervous system, that you feel safe with the sorts of emotions you're feeling. You will learn how to acknowledge how you're feeling, how it feels in the body to feel how you're feeling. And that is the thing that eventually gets you relief. Watching the next video about healing, reading the next article, reading the next social media post, it may not help you anymore. Really, the most important thing is practice and all is coming. You need to start meditating or journaling or doing the thing that you need to do to acknowledge and allow emotions immediately. The reason I tend to prefer meditation is because, as opposed to journaling, meditation really has you drop into the body and feel safe with how you're feeling. It has you drop into the body, learn, how do I feel shame in the body? How do I feel fear in the body? And what happens when I allow it to be here? Does it get bigger sometimes? Does it lessen? Does it stay the same? Does it bring up sadness? Meditation is good at that. Journaling can be good at that for people as well. Journaling has been very transformative for lots of people, including myself in various ways. But with journaling, we tend to intellectualize the process a bit more. But anyway, I digress. Immediately, the intention of this video is for you to immediately stop watching videos and, as soon as you can, some sort of tool to acknowledge and allow emotions, whether it's meditation, journaling, or something else. Those tend to be the main ones. Community also. I'll speak about community, how important that is in this process. The reason this whole thing can feel complex is because when we start to meditate or journal, it doesn't feel like we're making any progress. It doesn't feel like anything's happening. You may be watching this thinking, I've tried to meditate and journal, doesn't feel like anything's happening. Doesn't feel like I'm making any progress. So that's why I have to create other videos teaching people about what's happening when we're meditating and journaling. So I have to create a video for that. I have to show people, look, when you meditate and journal, that teaches the nervous system that we're safe feeling the emotions we're feeling, and this is the reason why it regulates the nervous system. This is how the nervous system operates. It's an energetic system that is held together by emotional energy, and if we can learn to allow emotional energy to flow through the nervous system that regulates the nervous system, that means that it no longer has to give us pain. So I have to create videos about that. The reason this process can feel complex is even when we do start to meditate consistently, you'll notice pretty immediately it's difficult, it's challenging. It's challenging to go inside and to be messy, to be with things that we're not taught to be okay being with. You know, we've been dealt a bit of a bad hand with most of our upbringings. We've been, done a bit of a disservice to all of us in the way that we've been raised since childhood. The roadmap that we've been given is that the only thing that we just strive towards in our life is purpose, is meaning, is happiness and comfort, convenience as well. Purpose, meaning, happiness, comfort, convenience. These are the things that we should strive for at all costs, and they're beautiful states of being. They're wonderful. Make sure that you have a job so you make money so that you can put food on your table. Make sure that you surround yourself with loved ones, and, happiness is just such a wonderful state of being that we should all consistently want to be in and strive to put ourselves in places where those states of being are more easily available. But it's not actually the reality of existence. We're never going to feel those things consistently. And if we were taught from an early age that actually the truth of reality is that change will occur. You're sometimes going to feel happy and you're sometimes not going to feel happy. Of course, put yourself in places where you're more likely to feel happy, but without a doubt, you have no choice. You are going to feel the full spectrum of emotion in this lifetime. You have no choice. Without a doubt, you're going to go through difficulty. You're going to go through breakups. People you love are going to pass. You're going to pass. You're going to get injured. Your body's going to hurt. You're going to cry. You're going to go through difficulty. Things are going to change. And if all we're constantly doing is striving for purpose and for meaning and happiness and comfort and convenience, all the moments where we feel purposeless, we feel like we lack meaning, we feel like we're not happy, not comfortable, it's difficult. It's difficult. Not only is it difficult, we think something is going wrong. And it's another reason why this pain relief process feels complex, because you go inside, you notice difficulty. Instinctively, the way that we've been conditioned, we think we must be doing something wrong because this is not comfortable. This isn't hard. This is hard in some way. So we feel as if this mustn't be the process. This is feeling far too difficult. I'm feeling things that just don't feel as if I'm making progress. So I have to create videos about that. Why it's okay that things are complex. We've also been taught to believe that, when we have a pain, you can take a pill, or the only right way forward is that you do something that immediately gives you relief. If you do something that's not immediately giving you relief, you must be doing something wrong. But if your pain has become chronic, if you're having it all the time, then what I've come to realize, obviously I do this for a living, I healed my own chronic pain, I've healed lots of other people's, helped other people do it rather. Pain comes into our life purposefully. It's doing so to help us align with the true reality of existence, which is that things are going to change. Nothing is certain. And the reason pain knows it's going to help you align with that is because pain will stop you in your tracks in your life. Wherever you are in your career, in your relationships, however you're operating in the world, being a people pleaser, perfectionist, not letting yourself feel anger or sad, always trying to be happy. Pain is going, Jonty, you've got to stop doing all of that, because that's not the truth of reality. The truth of reality is it's okay that people aren't going to always like you. You need to align with people that actually do like you. The truth of reality is that maybe what you're doing in your career right now is something that you need to adjust. Pain also may not be so deep. It may not be that it's trying to get you to transform your life in these big magical ways. It could be something as simple as, your life is okay otherwise the way it is, but you're not letting yourself feel fear. And actually, if you learn to let yourself feel fear in the body without overly intellectualizing it or getting involved in the story of it, if you learn to let yourself feel fear or anger, you're going to be a lot more empowered in your life. You are going to align with your life, in the way that we know you're going to feel more easeful doing so. You're not going to constantly strive for happiness in order to feel more easeful. This is the issue with words. I know I'm going on lots of tangents, but I promise you I'm going to come back to the main point. One of the issues, again, with the way that we're raised to constantly strive for happiness is that's just not the reality of every moment of our life. The reality of every moment of our life is change is going to occur. And what pain comes into your life to try to teach you is how to be present with what is. Not the magical, depiction of what people teach you that presence is. I know in a lot of realms there's this suggestion that if you can just learn to be present, you can learn to be more mindful in every moment, you're going to be happy forever. I think that's also just a misconception, because presence truly is accepting this moment as you're watching me talk right now for what it is. If it's uncomfortable in the body, if you're feeling afraid, if you're feeling skeptical in any way, how can you acclimatize to this moment and just accept it for what it is? The truth of presence is when you learn to more consistently be more present, you not only know that difficult moments are going to pass, you also are quite aggrieved at the fact that good moments are going to pass as well. The truth of presence is when you meditate consistently enough, you learn that this state of being that you're experiencing right now, if instead of trying to get rid of it or change it in any way, you truly allow it to be here, yes, it may get bigger, yes, it may intensify, yes, it may bring with it other emotions, but it rises and falls. The truth of presence is you do recognize that every single moment, what I'm experiencing right now, whether it's good or it's not so good, comfortable or not so comfortable, is perfect the way it is. And the sooner I can just allow it to be the way it is, the sooner it will rise and fall, because that's how energy likes to flow. Change is inevitable. Change will occur. Which is the truth of, I've said it in many other videos, I've said The reason why you need to stop watching so many videos and you need to get to meditating immediately is because it will teach you how to embrace uncertainty. When you go inside, you acknowledge and allow how you're feeling, infinite things can occur afterwards. When you acknowledge the fact that you're feeling restless and you go, okay, Jonty told me to allow myself to feel restless, and then you just do that, you let yourself just continue to feel restless in the meditation. You may get more restless, you may get angry, you may get afraid, you may start to cry. The whole thing may lessen, you may feel calmer, you may shake a bit. Infinite outcomes. And it won't be the same each time. You like, last time I let myself feel restless, it calmed. This time I'm letting myself feel restless and it's getting bigger. The truth of reality is that uncertain things are going to happen in each and every moment. And the sooner you can learn to embrace that by meditating, the sooner you'll be in the natural flow of life. You'll be in tune with your nervous system, it will regulate, and then pain can subside. That's the simplification of the process. Another reason this whole process can feel complex is because it takes time. So I have to create videos about the reasons that this takes time. It takes time to learn how to go inside, to acknowledge how you're feeling, and to truly understand what it means to allow how you're feeling. People come to me and they say, I'm feeling my feelings. How come I'm not getting better? I let myself cry and I let myself get angry and afraid. How come I'm not getting better? There's a difference between just feeling your feelings and allowing it to be there. And only when you go inside, you have someone maybe showing you the fact that you're not allowing it. You do begin to recognize lots of parts of you are trying to move the emotion along. You don't like the fact that you're feeling sad, don't like the fact that you're feeling angry. To truly allow something to be there is to surrender and almost suggest to yourself, go on, bring it on. Be here as long as you need to. And you'll notice immediately when you try to affirm that to yourself, to an emotion, parts of you are going to go, no. If we let the sadness go on, it's going to last forever. We're going to be depressed. If we let this anger go on forever, or we suggest to it that it can, we're going to get vengeful and kill people. You'll notice pretty immediately when you go inside, even though you're feeling your feelings, you're probably not allowing them. Parts of you aren't allowing them. So you have to learn what to do with those parts of you that aren't fully ready to just surrender to the feeling. And the only way to learn that is to immediately start to meditate, immediately start to journal, to do it consistently. I wanted this to keep this video short. Inevitably, it's probably going to go on for a bit longer because I always have so many things to say. But truly, yes, the intention of this video is to simplify it for you and say, I create all these videos because I know that people are going to hit certain snags in this process and I want to prepare people for it. But essentially, the only thing you need to start to do is have a practice, have a tool to acknowledge and allow emotions consistently, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I say 5 days a week because I don't want people to get I also don't want people to get too obsessed with using the tools so often. So I say 5 days a week at a minimum. If you want to do it 7 days a week, just make sure you're not overly obsessed with it. Have a practice to acknowledge and allow how you're feeling, and join some sort of community where you feel supported in doing so, where you get help when you hit these snags in the road. When you're like, okay, Jonty, I've been meditating and there's big parts of me that don't feel like I'm making any progress. What do I do? All right, Jonty, I've been meditating. I don't feel like I'm doing it right when I'm doing it. What do I do? All right, I've been meditating. I can't feel my feelings. What do I do? Okay, I've been meditating. I don't feel like I feel big feelings. It all feels pretty numb. What do I do? All right, Jonty, I've been meditating and I just constantly just want to open the eyes. What do I do? All right, I've been journaling. It doesn't feel like I'm actually making any progress here. What do I do? Get some sort of support. Get some sort of guide. You don't have to join my community. You can join someone else's. Join someone that you feel aligned with. I promise you, anyone that's been through it and has guided people through it, your exact problem right now that you're facing, we can help you with. There's no reason for you to have pain anymore. You need to consistently be using the tools, have some sort of support, do it consistently over time, and the pain will pass. It will. It's going to get difficult. I can guarantee to you, you're going to go inside and it's going to feel messy and you're not going to like it. I can guarantee to you it's going to be uncomfortable. I can guarantee it's going to take time. I can guarantee that you're going to feel like giving up. I can guarantee that you're going to get angry at me. You may be angry at me right now watching this. These are guarantees about this process. I wish there was another way. I wish I could, with you watching this. I wish whatever you're struggling with right now, I could just tell you, just take this thing, just do this massage, and the thing will go away. But you're probably watching my video because you've tried all those things already. I know I did for years and years. I did the physios and the massages and the acupuncture and the doctors, and all of it was wonderful in its own right. But it never actually helped the pain fully subside. Maybe I'd get temporary relief, but it never went away. Only when I took the dive in, I started to meditate regularly. I wasn't just doing it every now and then. I let myself be with the discomfort of a meditation practice, which is it doesn't feel like, sometimes it won't feel like you're making progress. Sometimes it will feel like you're having difficult moments. You don't know what to do. Only when I started to do that did I start to actually embrace uncertainty, acclimatize to what my mind and body needed me to acclimatize to, which was be with the discomfort at the present moment, be okay with it, be okay with not always being happy, be okay with the rising and falling of life. Only then did pain start to subside. Only then did I become more like, go on, bring it on, I can deal with this. Some parts of the mind-body industry speak about indifference occurring, and I know I've created a video about that in the past. Indifference occurs at some stage down the line when you consistently use these tools as a byproduct of consistently embracing uncertainty. Because when you sit with uncertainty and the rising and falling of things for long enough, you get more comfortable with discomfort. And then more readily are you able to kind of be indifferent. I'm feeling afraid. All right. I know this is going to rise and fall. This can be here. I'm feeling a bit of pain. All right. You know, I'm feeling a bit afraid of the pain. All right. I'm still going to go out with my friends, or I'm still going to stay home. I'm still going to get on with my life. Indifference occurs as a byproduct of consistently using tools that help you embrace emotions and embrace uncertainty. So, this video, you need to start meditating. You need to start journaling. If you don't know where to start, join a community to help you do so. You know, like I said, you don't have to join mine. Everyone is going to have their own unique way that they're going to meditate and journal. You need to learn after this video what your unique way is. You need to immediately go inside and realize where your sticking point is and come to someone and say, this is where my sticking point is. What do I do about it? Because so many people are getting better with this. There's no reason you can't as well, honestly. I know maybe you've been promised by other practitioners and doctors, what have you, that this is going to be the method out. I was practiced that as well. But if you haven't tried really giving this process a go just yet, do. And the only way for you to do so is for you to start to consistently utilize some sort of tool, get support and guidance when you hit roadblocks, because you are going to hit roadblocks. You're meant to. It's the final point I'm going to make. You can see I'm enthusiastic. Final point I'm going to make is you're meant to hit roadblocks along the way. The thing I tend to liken this process with is learning a skill. Learning a skill takes time, and we understand it's going to take time. We're under no illusion that we're going to be able to completely learn a language fluently by tomorrow in one day. We know it's going to be difficult. We know there's going to be points where we're going to feel like we've hit a glass ceiling. We know it's going to be painful. The gym being another one. We know lifting weights physically is going to be painful. We're not going to be the body type we want to be the next day. We're going to feel reluctant to go some days. We're going to feel reluctant to practice. Some days it's going to feel like we can't lift as much as we could the previous day. But if we stick to it and we have people around us helping us with those sticking points, what to do when it feels like you can't get to the gym, what to do when it feels like you're at some sort of glass ceiling, when you have someone saying, okay, this is what you do. I've been there before. You do this and that. They help you, instead of just doing this, hitting a roadblock and going down, you kind of do this. That's kind of what progress is in this process. You're going to hit roadblocks. It's fine. It's normal. You're meant to have people helping you with them. That's it. As always, I pause for a moment to try and consider other things I want to say in this video. Hopefully this encouraged you to get to practicing immediately. If you haven't done so already, you don't need to watch another video. You just need to start this in some way. Please, anything that's come up for you when you're watching this video, share in the comments below, whether it's on YouTube or in my community, because I am not the full package. I haven't figured everything out. I'm someone just like you that, I struggle with chronic pain. I managed to get through it. I managed to learn a lot of lessons along the way and help a lot of people also get through their chronic pain. But something about each and every one of our experiences is that they're personal to us. So the way that I've expressed what I'm trying to express to you, if something didn't land, or you have a nuance, or you have a bit of scrutiny about what I've said, say it, because it's important for us to work through that for you. I'm here to tell you that your unique way through this process, we can help you through it as well. So scrutinize the video if you need to. Ask me questions if you need to. Celebrate the video if you need to. That'd be nice as well. Because then we can help you with your specific thing. We can help you with how you need to go about the process to get you through this, because you don't have to have pain. Your mind and body is giving you pain to teach you something, and you can work it out only when you start to practice, not when you sit on the sidelines and you just dilly-daddle and you just 1 foot out and, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Just do it sometimes. You need to start immediately and commit to it. So please comment below. Please comment below. So I can create more videos, so I can help you with your specific thing. If you want to join the community, you can do so below. At the time of filming this, there is still a free part of my community. That's going to change soon. So if you're watching this as I've just released it, know that in the next month or so, I'm going to change the community to keep it a bit more closed, so that we have a group that's really wanting to make progress together and consistently sticking to the tools together. So I'm only going to have the free element of the community for a little while longer. If you're watching this 6 months after I've released the video, the community's probably changed by now, but still, please come along. See what version of the community is happening now at the time of you watching this, because we're still collectively in a community helping people get through this, so we can still help you. Thanks for watching. Hopefully speak to you soon.